Test, test, test! Hi guys! Today I wasn't planning on going somewhere, so I thought let's do it a bit different today and let's just talk a bit, you and me together, have a nice conversation. And I wanted to talk about the cultural differences between Finland and Holland, or Scandinavia and Western Europe. Holland, or the Netherlands, and Finland are both countries in Europe, and they're quite close together, so you wouldn't expect them to have huge differences in culture. At least I didn't expect that. I thought it would be quite the same, but still there are a lot of things that, yeah, people just react differently to each other, and they have different norms and values, I think, than even though the countries are relatively close together. So first of all, one thing that I always thought it was really Swedish, but apparently it's really Scandinavian because people also do that here in Finland. It is that they never criticize each other, ever. And in some way that's a good thing, of course, because it's not nice when you always are very critical, and it's just more friendly when you are always nice to each other. However, it can be very annoying, especially at school, when nobody ever criticizes you. For example, I made an assignment last week with a group of people, and we handed it in, and then we got some feedback on it. And feedback was like, yeah, you made a really good assignment, although next time you could maybe improve this and that point. You know, just normal, that's good feedback, and we could really do something with it. But then we got great. We got 10 out of 10 points. How? I mean, there were some points that could be better. They even said it themselves. So how on earth can you get 10 out of 10 points? Of course I'm not complaining, but it's just weird. Everybody's always like, yeah, when you try enough, and then you're a winner. You're always a winner. You did your best, so that's good. It's just, you never get real good feedback, actually, especially not eye to eye, mouth to mouth. People just, I don't know, they don't dare to give you feedback, I think, and they just say, yeah, you did good, and then you tried good, something like that, and that annoys me, really. I mean, of course it's nice, but you never have really, you don't know where to improve yourself, in my opinion. I mean, I'm really bad with critics, so it's a nice country for me to live in, but you don't really know where to improve yourself on. And also when you just get A+ right straight away for everything, even though it wasn't really perfect, how can you be really proud of yourself for achieving something like that? I don't understand that. I don't think you can at a certain point, where you always get A+, even though it isn't perfect. What's the point of the A+? I know in Holland most people give too much, are too critical on everything, and that's annoying as well, but you know, you have to balance it. They're both a bit too extreme. It's also, when you're in a work group or project group with me, I think you kind of hate me for that, because Finnish people aren't used to getting criticized in such a way, I think, when working. I want to check on everything, if everything is really perfect and right, and exactly like the teacher wants it, because that's what the system teaches us, right? And yeah, they're just not used to, when they say left, and someone and everybody else is used to just go with it and go left, and I say, no, why are we going left? Why not going right? Because this and this and this and this and this. And they just don't know how to handle that, and that can be really annoying. I can imagine that is really annoying when you're Finnish and you have constantly somebody who says, yeah, but why not something else, you know? So I think that's one of the main differences between Scandinavia and Holland. Another thing that I think is really different in between Holland or the Netherlands. Melvin keeps saying that I should say the Netherlands and not Holland because it's completely wrong, and everybody knows it's completely wrong. Even I do know that it's completely wrong, but whatever. It's just easier to say Holland. It's shorter than the Netherlands, okay? It's just a lazy habit, probably. In Scandinavia, people are way much more closed in just how they are. They're just less outgoing. They're really friendly people. I think people in Scandinavia are way much more friendly than people in the Netherlands. Yes, I'm pretty sure of that. That's really true. They're really, really nice people. But they never speak to you. Really, never. Except for when you directly speak to them, then they answer you, but they won't start a conversation. They're all really shy-ish or something. That can be hard sometimes, you know, because I know they're not unfriendly and they like it when you talk to them, but yeah, I'm just not used to it. I mean, like last week I think, or maybe, no, it was maybe already the week before that even, I had some problems with my bike. I couldn't get it to work and I was really frustrated, and I stood there in the middle of the road trying to fix my bike, and it was really, really clear that it didn't work. And there were a lot of people because it was lunchtime, so a lot of people came out of the building and they just walked all around me and stuff. But there was really nobody who asked me if they could help. Nobody. And I'm pretty sure that when the same thing would have happened in the Netherlands, there would have been at least one person that would have asked me if they could help me with my bike. I'm pretty sure of that. I think they're also really honest. There's never, at least for what I have experienced, there's never, how do you call that? In the Netherlands we say tweede agenda, like second something. They never, when they're always really truly themselves, and they like you or they don't like you, but they don't like you only, they don't pretend to like you to, I don't know, because they hope they can get something from you or anything, and that happens more in the Netherlands. Here it is more like it is, just like that. And I do like that. I do like that a lot. That's also one of the reasons why I prefer to actually work more with men than with women, because I think women are sometimes a bit, they pretend to like you, then they don't, or they say something that and they mean something else with that, and when you work with men it's mostly more, they say what they mean, and that's really nice, I think. But that's a complete different story, that's completely something else, and we were just talking here about Finland and the Netherlands. So, different three, which is not really a cultural difference, but everybody here eats lunch at school in the afternoon. Everybody. Mostly around 11 o'clock, everybody goes out to have lunch, and mostly that's a warm lunch. Young children at middle school and high school, they eat at school, and we eat it at university. But everybody does that, and we in the Netherlands always take our own bread to school or something like that. We never eat actually warm during lunchtime, and that's something I already experienced when I lived in Sweden when I was 12. We always ate warm when on school, and I actually really like that. So, and it is already 9 years ago that I lived in Sweden, but I still eat, most days I eat something warm for lunch instead of just some bread. I prefer to eat warm for lunch. That's something I took from that experience, but okay, so here it is the same. We eat warm lunch for lunch, if you know what I mean. I think the largest differences are really that the spirit is always that when you participate you win, no matter what, and when you try, that's the most important thing. And that people are a bit more closed. I think that those two things are the main things that are really different between Finland or the rest of Scandinavia and the Netherlands. My teacher in Finnish, he also said that when people greet each other here, it's mostly only people that you already know. You don't just greet a stranger. And when you do that, then the Finnish, like when I would say hi to a complete stranger on the street, then the stranger would think all day long that, like, who was that? Where do I know that person from? And why don't I remember her? But in the Netherlands, it's way much more normal to just greet somebody who you meet on the street. Probably not as much as more in the southern countries from Europe, but it is normal. But that has to do with the closeness and reservedness, I think. I really want to know if you agree with this, if you are Swedish, if you are Finnish, or if you know Finnish people, or if you have been here or lived here or anything. Just please let me know if you agree on those two main differences. What you experience, what's your experience, what are the cultural differences between Scandinavia and the Netherlands, and what are typical Finnish things to do in behavior and culture. And yeah, let me know in the comments down below what you think of my opinion and what is your opinion. I would love to share it. And I see you next time. Thumbs up if you liked the video, and subscribe, of course. Subscribe so I can, I don't know, make more videos, because I like to make videos. Bye bye! This is such an exciting night, guys! First, there were like the fighting foxes on the road, and then there was another fox on the road, and they sounded like monkeys, and then I tried to film it, but then they were almost gone, and then